This is Barron William Trump. At 19 years old, he's the youngest son of Donald J. Trump and the president's only son by his third wife, Melania. Generally, Barron keeps a low public profile. He doesn't make speeches or appear on TV, and since his dad entered politics, he's been fairly content to remain in the background. But all of that's starting to change. Indeed, as young Barron steps into manhood, he's become increasingly visible. He's expressing himself loudly and proudly through the power of music. When the nation stands together, when the storm and broken weather. Check it out. This is Barron singing on stage. Here he is on America's Got Talent. Isn't that incredible? Oh, look, here he is doing a duet with his mom on stage. How cute is that? Now he's doing a duet with Erica Kirk. Here he is singing with Taylor Swift. Here he is singing with a bunch of random African kids. Here he is singing before a chorus of celestial angels. I mean, look at that. He made Abe Lincoln cry. He made Abraham Lincoln cry. Fucking Lincoln's in the thing. I'm so glad that Lincoln made it into all white heaven. Okay, I'll stop. All right, so what's going on here? What are these videos and who are they for? So obviously all those videos are AI. And if you listen to our last Christmas episode, you know that there's an entire cottage industry of AI music videos featuring Donald, Elon, JD Vance, Erica Kirk, and other members of the Trump imperial family. But there seems to be an especially strong focus on Barron Trump, and today I want to try and figure out why. Now, in case you were wondering, no, Barron Trump is not a singer. There's no legitimate footage of him singing or playing music in any capacity, at least none that's available publicly. And really, footage of him even speaking is exceedingly rare. Nonetheless, over the past year or so, the internet has been deluged with songs and videos that purport to be Barron Trump's music, with some garnering millions of views. Most of these songs have some sort of Christian theme. A few are framed as tributes to Charlie Kirk, and some even hint at the political ambitions of the youngster himself. I will be a president after my dad. Okay, yeah, I gotta address this. I know it's pedantic, but for whatever it's worth. So, could Barron succeed Donald as president of the United States? Well, Barron is 19 years old. You have to be 35 to be constitutionally eligible to become president in the United States, which would mean he would have to wait until at least the year 2041, and the next presidential election after that would be in 2044. So, we got a minute until that strapping young singer becomes president. I mean, I know I'm talking about this as if MAGA people care about logic or the Constitution, but I can't fucking help myself. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of these videos on YouTube, and I think it goes without saying that the quality is universally bad, like just unbelievably abysmal, even by the standards of regular AI slop. The humans never sync up to the music or do anything that looks remotely real. I mean, most of the videos just recycle the same 4 or 5 shots, at least one of which is usually a cut to the audience where a comically thin Donald applauds with joy. There's also this weird phenomenon sometimes where the camera will cut back to the audience and suddenly the audience has become entirely Asian, and then these Asian concert goers are plastered with snow that comes from nowhere. I've seen that at least twice. I'm not kidding. So why are we seeing these videos now? Well, interest in Barron Trump seems to have ramped up after he appeared at his dad's second inauguration, with many on social media hailing him as the next dynastic heir of the Trump empire. And it's not hard to see why the MAGA cult is becoming invested in Barron as their future king. I mean, Don the big man is 79, sickly, and constitutionally ineligible to run for president for a third term. Again, not that that matters to these fucking idiots. And Don does have 2 other adult sons, but let's face it, Eric and Don Jr. are both about as appealing as an ingrown toenail. Barron, by contrast, is a blank slate. He's young, conventionally handsome, and stands at the coveted height of 6 feet 7 inches. But more importantly, because Barron is so little known, it's easy to project onto him whatever qualities you want, whether you want to portray him as a pious Christian or a talented singer, or in the case of Fox News, a debonair playboy.
Barron Trump brought a girl home. He brought her back to Trump Tower. He shut the whole floor down at Trump Tower just so he could be alone. Imagine a guy brings you back to Trump Tower and the whole floor is shut down.
Man, this guy's got game. I mean, 6'7", and he's got a whole floor at Trump Tower for a freaking date. I hope something good came out of that date.
And yes, it is true that Barron Trump shut down an entire floor of Trump Tower so that he could have a date. And it is also true that Jesse Waters, for some reason, felt that was newsworthy. But what do we actually know about Barron Trump? Honestly, quite little. During Donald's first term, Melania went to great lengths to keep him out of the spotlight. By the time his dad won office a second time, Barron was enrolled at New York University, where one classmate described him as, quote, sort of an oddity on campus. Side note, the person who gave that quote to Vanity Fair magazine about him being an oddity, that was a person named Kaya Walker. Kaya Walker was at that point the president of the New York University chapter of College Republicans. And following the inevitable backlash from those remarks, because remember, if you're a Republican, you can't criticize the Trumps in any way, she was forced to resign. And the New York University chapter of College Republicans issued a lengthy apology where they basically just kissed Barron Trump's ass.
We have been made aware of a statement made by the NYU chapter president that does not align with the values and principles upheld by our organization. The NYU chapter president submitted her resignation last night. Our support for President Trump is and has been a pillar of our organization. Barron Trump represents the future of the conservative movement. Strong leadership is built on resilience, courage, and the humility to rise above petty hostility, qualities that Barron has already demonstrated. We invite Barron to join us in shaping the future of our party.
I mean, it just shows the fucking lengths these people will go to kiss this family's ass. It's fucking unreal. Now, in 2024, Barron did make some important contributions to his dad's re-election effort, notably pushing him to sit down with a series of podcasters that included Aiden Ross, Logan Paul, Theo Vaughn, and Joe Rogan. It's difficult to speculate just how much this helped, but in my opinion, it probably made a pretty big difference. I mean, how else do you explain Trump's success with all these young, ill-informed Gen Z males who use FanDuel as their 401k? Barron is also close with Andrew Tate and allegedly played a role in helping the accused sex trafficker get his Romanian travel ban lifted. You know, I just realized, you think it might have been Andrew Tate who told Barron to shut down that entire floor of Trump Tower? I mean, maybe we should check up on that girl. I'm starting to get worried about her. But beyond that, we don't really know all that much about Barron Trump or what his actual beliefs are. That makes it easy for all these dead internet channels to spew out AI slop portraying him as this innocent, precocious young lad. It's really just tailor-made to people who already are invested in Trump as this sort of heavenly messianic figure. And believe me, that is a lot more people than you will ever realize. I think it's telling that none of these videos feature Barron making rap music or pop music or anything that anyone his age would actually listen to. It's all pretty much the same vacuous, contemporary Christian balladry that appeals to the oldest, most credulous sector of the US population. And yes, these videos are obviously AI, and the vast majority of the comments are obviously bots, but it's important to remember that millions of Americans fall for AI slop every single day. This is especially a problem with older people who, let's face it, are just not as tech literate.
Is misleading where it says search results for Barron Trump sings about his dad.
Yeah, so that's not real. That was a robot that was singing.
But that is Barron Trump's image. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
I think people like that are the real targets of whoever or whatever is making these videos. They want to reassure the elderly cult members that this movement has a future, that once the decrepit Fuhrer kicks the bucket, the power and the glory will be passed down to this handsome, pure, innocent young man. Will it work in the long run? Who knows? But I can guarantee that at least some of these comments are real. Some people literally are watching these videos and being moved to tears. Somebody's day has been brightened. Somebody's relationship to God was strengthened. Somebody's hope in America's future was restored thanks to an AI video of Barron Trump. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment if you're not a bot, or if you are a bot. I want to hear, how much your faith in God was restored by Barron Trump. And make sure to listen to the Polishing Turds podcast on all platforms.